Thank you, Ayo. Well, don't forget that you could keep sending your comments to us here, Nigeria 2015 at channelstv.com. And we also do have your tweets coming through to us. We'll take them in good time. Tweet at us. Don't forget to use the hashtags PVC collected or PVC not collected. So there you go. You could tweet at any of those Twitter handles you see on the screen. And then the email address is Nigeria2015 at channelstv.com. Now let's take you through some of the response you have sent to us, but this is in the form of the Eyewitness platform. Remember that? Yes, we do have that app that you can take pictures. It could be of rallies going on wherever you are, or even the collection of the permanent voter cards. So those who have been complaining that they're being asked to pay, you heard the CPS to INEC chairman saying, show us some proof. Well, let's look at these pictures from our Eyewitness reporter, Kende Ogbemudia in Ijesha, Lagos. Well, this shows how tedious getting the PVC is, with people in their hundreds waiting endlessly to collect their voters' cards. Well, the question now is whether all these people will be issued the permanent voter cards. Well, if not, they say then just might be many who will be disenfranchised. Well, take advantage of the channel's Eyewitness platform and expose areas where you feel government at all levels need to perform, or those who are not performing to expectations. Remember, you can qualify as an Eyewitness reporter. You must have a Windows, iOS, or Android device. You can download the channel's Eyewitness app and follow the instructions you see when you go there. Well, I still have Mr. Yemi Fahimi, who is a human resources practitioner, and Mr. Bola Bakari, a development consultant, here today speaking to us about the permanent voter cards, preparations to the elections. But we were speaking with Mr. Kaide Do, the Chief Press Secretary to the Chairman of INEC, Professor Tari Jega, before we went on that break. And he was talking about having cleaned up the system and what to expect. I've got some questions here for him, though. So, okay, we'll go to him when he's ready. Okay, yes, we do have him here now. Thank you for staying with us today. Let me let you complete your thoughts on what you were saying before we come to those who are also asking questions about the collection of their PVCs. Go ahead with the cleaning up and those who were registering or who had multiple TVCs, as you refer to them.
Okay, thank you, Chamberlain. So I was saying that many of the more than 4 million names that have been eliminated from the register, the TVCs are out there. On election day, when you use TVC, they could show up in any of the polling units where the name has been eliminated. Because what the commission does is, if you register 8 times, the commission will eliminate 7 and leave the last instance on the assumption, the operational assumption that these guys did multiple registrations. The last instance must be the most convenient for him or her. So eliminate all the earlier ones. Now, the person could show up in any of the earlier ones with the TVC, and you will have the TVC. He will not find his or her name in the register. People will assume that there's a problem with the register because he or she has a TVC. But the problem is not with the register. The problem is that the name has been eliminated in the multiple instances, leaving only the last one. But for PVC, your PVC is printed based on the optimized register, in which there's only one name for everybody in the register, and you get only one PVC. So that's why the PVC will also show the integrity of the register. But when you say, if anybody has TVC, let him vote. If anybody has PVC, let him vote. You will have challenges on election day for the reason that I have enumerated. And so that's why, as far as the commission is concerned, the PVC is the way to go.
Let me get a few questions out of the way. Still about those PVCs, which we just saw now. Olami Konwolabi says, all the newly registered voters' PVC in Abeson Estate, Alimosho, are not ready. They were told to come back on Sunday.
Well, Chamberlain, I just heard the Resident Electoral Commission speak on this same program now at the beginning, that the PVCs are available. You see, yes, maybe last week he was there, the PVCs were not there. These PVCs were brought to the state late at the last weekend. And I'm sure maybe it took some days to sort it out. And by yesterday or so, they were at the polling unit, at the distribution point. My appeal is that you should check again and see whether...
This is a similar one to that one, but he says he's champion, that's his Twitter handle name. He says he has not collected his PVC. As of yesterday, he went to the office in Akure and he was told to come back on Sunday.
Which office? That is the point. The permanent voter cards are not distributed in INEC's office. They are distributed at the ward distribution point. So the question to ask is, did he go to the state office? The distribution was not going on there. And whoever told him to come back some other time did not give the correct information. Because if you want to collect your PVC, it is not to INEC's office that you go. It is to the distribution point that you go.
You know, INEC came up with some figures about stolen PVCs. There were many who were shocked and they thought, wait a minute, why would they be stealing PVCs in spite of what INEC has said? Now, the figures also about River State, is it 13,000, 14,000? Tell us about all of those. I mean, what happens? Can they use it if they steal it?
Absolutely not. They can. That's the tragedy of it all. They can't use it. It's not useful. It's simply a function of a die-hard habit, because nobody makes any gain from getting somebody else's PVC under the dispensation that we have. And so when people's cars are stolen, the first line of action is for security agents to try to recover them. But if they are not recovered, the commission will print the cards again for the people that are affected.
All right, just hang on, Mr. Ado. Let me get back to our panel of analysts here. Balabakar, I mean, yes, he did say, towards the last days, as we are in now, you'll have a lot of people come out to collect these PVCs. And, well, he says they should be able to handle it, the commission. What do you see happening when so many people come out on that day and they're not able to get these PVCs?
We cannot, excuse me, we cannot overlook the little problem we have on hand as we speak. The PVCs are available. Some of the people are not available. The little people that are available are in a rush. From what we saw, it boils down to one simple aspect. A process that would have taken 4 or 5 minutes with that kind of crowd will take 10, 20 minutes for one single person to pick up one PVC. In other words, what I'm saying is that